What do you think about that, Chris?
I think that Chicken Little has arrived, or the media thinks that Chicken Little has arrived. But no, there have been a lot of things that have happened in the industry that are causing foreclosures nationwide. Texas has been a little bit insulated because our cost of living is a lot lower than it is across the rest of the country. But if the media has their way, the sky will, the sky's falling.
Well, they got to sell papers and they got to, sell advertising on the TV. It's more sensational and more, the world's about to come to an end. And golly, that's going to get people listening. But I find that things are just going to be just fine. Especially if you look at the economy, I think it's great. It couldn't hardly be better. And so that's got to translate in the credit markets. I mean, everybody's not losing their job all of a sudden, so aren't the credit situation basically the same that it was 2 months ago?
Absolutely. And, what most people don't understand is housing is tied to jobs. It's not tied to interest rates. Contrary to popular belief, when interest rates go up, that just reduces the amount of house that people can buy. But, it is going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. But like anything, like history has repeated itself over and over, the economy is going to turn and it'll get better. Basically, it's washing out what needs to be washed out in the industry, in loan products and.
Oh, you're saying that maybe having 3-year ARMs at interest only and that kind of thing is not all that smart of a thing to do?
You know what? For each borrower, it's different. Everybody has their own unique financial situation. And there's no one person who is in the same financial situation as another. So when you look at long and short-term finance and investment objectives for each person, is an interest-only loan the right loan for a client? Is a reverse mortgage the right loan for somebody? Or is it just a regular fixed-rate mortgage? Each person has their own unique situation, if that makes sense. But it's not as bad and doom and gloom as the media is making it out to be. People need to know that.
Well, it couldn't possibly be. I know I counsel people with the stock market that the bull market always climbs a wall of worry. So if you're still worried, it's okay.
Well, looking outside right now out the window, I think I see a foreclosure across the street. No, it's
not my house, is it?
Yeah, we're seeing a rise in foreclosures, but a lot of it is tied to inflated property values across the country. Like I said, Texas is insulated for the most part. We've still got slow, consistent appreciation, average about 3% after you take out the cost of inflation.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's slow but steady. I mean, it's like the tortoise and the hare. We get down the road. I guess we've had our own sort of depression when the oil patch kind of took a nosedive after the Tax Reform Act, the so-called Tax Reform Act of 1986, whenever they made it extremely bad for the real estate market, and it also happened to coincide with a not too exciting oil market in Houston. We just got taken to the cleaners. I know a lot of people have just mailed in their key. And I mean, those were real foreclosures because it was accompanied by a very terrible real estate market, absolutely no credit locally, and everybody was losing their job. I mean, that was bad. But this is a passing thing, I think. I mean, that's just my opinion. What do you think?
I have to agree. I give it another 8 to 12 months to let a lot of the subprime loans that were originated basically come to fruition, and you'll see the credit markets get better.
Tim Crockett, man about town, the commercial real estate expert.
Hey Blake, how you doing, man?
Doing fine, buddy. Now, I know I met you, you were doing tenants in common real estate, which is
Right.
1031